All right, guys, take 3 on this. So I said good morning 3 times. So anyways, I got a lot of stuff to do. We have a big repair. It's the main line repair, the main tap. Somehow Fred and I always get these, and if you've seen the videos in the past, you know that they are a lot of work. We'll be digging down 4+ feet, who knows, and I'm aware of this one. We did a 2-zone install on the golf course earlier this year. My neighbor's driving by, and you know, I was aware of it. You know, the pit was full of water, so that's usually a tall tale sign. I don't know what these builders or contractors tell people, that you got Old Faithful underneath your freaking water meter. Like, come on now. So we get to go dig that up, and it was full of water then. It's full of water now. So you know what the dirt's like. It's going to be pure mud, stinky, wet, heavy mud. So I'm gonna try and make this easier on us. I've been thinking about it for a long time. We haven't had one of these repairs in a little bit, so I hadn't really pursued it much, and we've been working a lot, so I get to cram all of that into this morning before we go there. I also have to load some dirt, because I can tell you this dirt's gonna come out so wet and heavy that it's not gonna want to go back in this hole. So I have to unload the dump truck and get a bunch of stuff loaded. So see you guys once Fred gets here, and we're ready to head out. It might be a little bit. All right, guys, we are finally almost ready. I'm just waiting on Fred to get here with the Mini so I can load some dirt, because I'm not gonna put that muddy dirt back in that's gonna settle like complete crap, or at least want to make it so that it's high enough. Sorry, I'm trying to put my helmet, my strap here for my GoPro back on, but so yeah, come on Goober, get it over here. So that's where we're at, but I gotta take over, otherwise we'll be here all day just loading a scoop of dirt. Alrighty, guys, so I had to make a little pit stop here to Mr. Moses's. He was gracious enough to let me put a yard sign. I got these really cool yard signs made. It's my first time actually advertising mail or signage for sprinklers. I've always been busy enough, but I'm really trying to grow it. So he was gracious enough to let us do that. I'm gonna probably talk to the other neighbor next door and see if he will. So that way I got both sides of this entrance of the neighborhood by me covered. Yeah, and any of you other competitors out there doing it, don't be knocking my pricing. I got strategy. So I appreciate that, and we're gonna now get our hour drive on. So to Kokomo we go. A little dusty on the camera. Long trip, a little stiff already. As you can see, this is now it's actually overflowing. The other irrigation guys must just throw some dirt in there. This is gonna be a wet one. Oh yeah, look at that. We got grass roots growing in the water. I think that's called like hydroponics or something or another. That's how they're gonna start growing everyone's vegetables, believe it or not. So we're gonna start with pumping that out, but I'm not sure if you guys remember this job, but it's the one in the golf course. Man, that road was a little rough.
It was.
I about missed the turn too. I was like, boy, I don't know if Fred, even though you're behind me and there's a trailer,
Yeah.
like I didn't know if Fred was gonna make it. There's the guys. They're probably clubbing. They're probably hitting par, maybe. This is real wet. It's real wet here.
Yeah.
It's really wet, my gosh. All right. I have a couple of different issues here going on. We're just gonna walk the property and see if we find any other wet areas to see what's going on. Go ahead and pop those covers off real quick. Dry?
Dry.
Okay. Now go ahead and you do in the fenced area, and I'll do this area.
Sure.
There's nuts edge there. Did we put a head here? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think our heads were all over there.
Yeah.
Nuts edge usually means there's water, so that's why.
Plant?
Huh?
The plant?
No, that's that tall stringy grass right there. That's nuts edge. Usually that grows where there's lots of water, so but it's kind of sporadic through here. But why don't you hop in the fence and walk the trenches and see if you know, there's a wet spot around the head. I think they just went here, and then you can see the other trench. I'll check back here. We'll check this out here first. All right, so we talked to the homeowner. This side yard is really wet. You can see our footprints, but it's really wet. I can hear it. So I think there might be a valve leaking by over here. The zones we put in were dry. This front yard is dry. Excuse me. So my assumption is maybe a valve's leaking by, and this combined is what's kind of making the bill go off the charts. But they did have the controller. They thought they had it set for 5 minutes, but they had 2 start times on 2 different programs. So they're actually still running it, 20 minutes a day. And instead of being set for 3 days, it was set for every day. So there was that. But there's definitely something going on here. So we're gonna suck this out and see what the meter says. They're gonna go ahead and keep the water off in there, and we'll be able to see what's leaking by, hopefully pretty easily. All right, time to suck. Hang on. There we go. You go ahead there. Go ahead. It smells so bad. I mean, it's just rancid. That smells horrible. All right, that's 5 gallons out. Working on number 2. Here's another 5 gallons out. Are we even to the meter?
No.
Not even to the meter. Whoosh. At least it looks like it's going to be a clean meter to read. Rather than yucky mud, slime covered stuff. Alright, so we are on number 4 bucket, so 20 gallons. Our meter reads 0.2, says we're using 0.08 gallons per minute. That is, go knock on that door and make sure they're not using any water. That is a big leak. That is a big leak. That is a big, big, big leak. Humongous. Humongous. I'm surprised this ground is taking it in this well. All right, so we have the backflow off, and the meter is registered. I'm trying to get, I don't know if the camera can get it. The glare. Anyways, we're getting a steady 0.08 GPM. We have both valves at the backflow off, so that's isolated this leak to here. I can't tell you where, but if there was that kind of leak anywhere near the surface, it would rear its head pretty quick. So we're going to finish sucking this out just to get the water out of the meter pit. Then we'll start sucking this out and see if maybe there's a leak at a fitting, and shut that valve off just to be certain that we're going to go down, all 4+ maybe feet This one looks like it could be plus maybe feet. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and suck away, Fred. Ready?
Yep.
I wanted to add, if you have water in your pit, in your box, I have a couple exceptions for valve boxes, but something like this down here, and it's always full, 9 times out of 10 you have a leak. If you pull this meter cover off and you don't see movement right away, that just means your leak's not that bad. You should let it sit for 15-20 minutes and see if you get a reading, and I guarantee 9 times out of 10 you will. So it's not always as fast as this one. So catch it early, and if you got a warranty, make them repair it the right way with the reinforcing sleeves. Ready, Fred?
Yep. 9 gallons an hour.
All right, so Fred and I were doing the math here. We got a 0.8 gallon. Put this on here. We have a 0.8 gallon per minute leak. There are 16, so that's 0.8. You know, just roughly 0.8 gallons per minute. So that'd be like a 1/10 of a gallon. If it were, you know, 10, so we can bump it. Let's just say it's like, let's just go with 16th. That's a cup. There's 16 cups in a gallon. So we have 16 cups in a gallon, and we're getting a cup a minute. So we're getting 60 cups a minute. 60 cups, sorry. We're getting 6. We're stuck at math right now.
It's like
I just said
9 gallons a minute or an hour.
So we got, yeah, 1 cup per minute. So we'd have 60 cups divided by 16. We have 3.75 gallons per hour times 24, 90 gallons a day. That's kind of a lot of water, dude. A cup a minute. So you have 60 cups divided by 16 gives you gallons per hour times 24, 90 gallons a day. And they hit you with sewage on top. That's crazy. Guys and gals, so all the water's out, and no, you know, superficially, gosh, nothing that's reading a cup a minute coming out of here. It's just groundwater just filling back in from you know, the leak. So we're gonna start shoveling what we can, and then hopefully my secret weapon works out well for us, but we'll see. All the dirt, mud, some of it's gonna go on the curb, some of it's getting hauled off though. So I might actually turn this trailer around so we can just load the dirt right into the truck as we shovel, but it's gonna be some heavy shovels. All right guys, so the task begins. I was telling Fred, I was like, we're just a few shovels in and the box is coming out pretty easy. Nice and slimy. So I don't know if you can see it here. Some ding dong sabotaging me, but that water right there that's moving, it's dripping in there right now. It's right there. That is our leak. How anybody misses that kind of leak, it's beyond me. So we got the pressure washer, shot back hooked up to our barrel, and Fred's sucking the slurry out. Trying to, I think. Every time he puts it under there, it kind of gets plugged, so you kind of got to keep it vented. But this is working really good. You think it's working? Better being in the hole? Oh yeah. Better when you listen to what Daddy says, huh? Yeah. like main gas line. So they put a coupling on it. We'll expose it. That coupling is leaking. I can't tell you if the irrigation guys did that or not, but by the looks of it, that's not what I've seen water companies in my area typically do. Now, saying that, this is out of my service area, typically, but I'm trying to expand. Grow, baby, grow. Grow, Joe, grow. So, that's where the leaks got. I did not come prepared for that, but thank goodness there is a water supply store just down the road, and they're going to get me fixed up, I guarantee it. So come on, Ferguson's. I'll try and get you a picture of this coupling here before it fills up again. Keep going. Keep focusing. Alright chaps, not gonna lie, we're gonna be using that pressure washer on every one of these from now on.
Works for me.
I'm sure it does. But you can see that leaking down there. That's one of them push connect little shark bite fittings. And honestly probably might not have leaked. They had them stiffeners in there, but I don't use those. So but I don't stock couplings. I think I might have one, but either way, and I definitely don't have that water line. So we're gonna let the customer see it, check it out, and then hopefully the Fergusons down here will have it. If not, we'll figure something out, I guess. But I think I have one in the van, so I'll go look. So we got lucky and I do have one. I'm missing a stiffener, but I'm sure I got an extra stiffener laying around. So problem is, I don't know if we have enough water line to kind of make that reach. And that meets the code for anything in here, whether it's blue or black, after the meter.
It should. Are you in Kokomo?
Yeah, we're just down the road in this creek golf course neighborhood.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they typically use 3/4 by, or they use this blue CTS. It's just a different color.
All right, guys. So we got our 3/4, same as copper. They told us blue or black don't matter, so I'm gonna use the code here, and it's good by me. But we're gonna go ahead and just replace the entire line, so there's just one less cut in it. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna suck that hole out and pop it in here. All right, new water line into the culvert. Just trying to get the fitting off so we can get it back on the meter. So I'm covered. I had to lay down. My gosh, I thought I was staying clean after I did all that work. Wrong. All right, guys, so we're in a dilemma. Let me see here, friend. So with where the culvert is and where this water line's at, the easiest route for us to go is to go underneath this gas line. They were going over it, but in order to go over it, you gotta go up and then down, and that'll make us level or plumb coming up for our shut off. If we go over it, it's going to leave us with, or under it, it's going to leave us with a lean. So, but the pipe is kind of not really willing to make that bend, I don't think. So it's too sharp, I guess, with this gas line. The gas line is like right in the freaking way. So we're gonna try and figure this out. All right, guys, you know, blue glue, primer, Scotch-Brite gloves, towels, threading a hole. That's how we do it. He's got the water meter hooked back up, and he's putting our T in. He's just hooking the second side of it up over there. Looks like he's already got it on, huh?
Yeah.
And yes, we use the stiffeners.
Yeah.
So I got this on so that way we can get water back on, and we did flush the water line the best we could. So I think we did a pretty good job. So that way, hopefully, they don't have to have a plumber come out and clean the screens and the aerators in the sink and stuff like that. So. All right, guys, give it a little more, Fred, just a little. Got flushing out this line a little bit here. Help the homeowners out best we can. All right, Fred, you need Teffy tape, huh?
Yep.
All right, here's Teffy tape.
Wait.
Yeah, you want to turn that T.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely you want to make it so straight up and down.
Yeah.
I guess you can do that once that's on there, and I'll grab a level for you. Make sure it's plumb, not the color, with a B. Plumbed. All right, guys and gals, we got our gangsta lean on our pipe to match this gangsta lean on this main line. Went above the gas line instead, and we're about to put it back together. No reading on the meter. When the customer opens up, he's got to, to shut off for his house. There is a reading in his house, so he's a little bummed about that, but I don't know. And it's the same reading we were getting with that leak down there, so I'm pretty sure that I think the meter just has to play catch up or something. There's no way that us fixing that leak didn't at least lower the reading. So I think there's something funky going on there just with the meter that a guy like me just doesn't understand. So I hope it works out for him. All right, ladies and germs, I am soaking wet and pretty muddy, but I'm not that bad. Fred's over there blowing the curb off. I'm putting everything back together real quick. We got no leaks. We are fixed up, so see some sprinklers run. I'll probably spray Fred. Be funny. 7-1 must be over here. Come on, lid. Is that on? Okay. We'll bump it to these back ones so we can see some cool for the end of the video. And that way I know they all turned on, at least shut off. There's those ones we installed earlier the year. Here's another zone we installed earlier this year. We didn't do this section here. So until next time, guys, see you later.